On today's video, we finally have a brand new KVK map, and just like last time, we're going to dissect it down to understand it better, as well as to give you guys a little bit of an idea where the weak points are, how the flow of the event is gonna go, as well as some interesting additions and changes, which I'm not 100% about. Trust me when I tell you, you do not want to miss out on this video because you want to know how this map breaks down ahead of time, as well as see a couple of things that I think that I've noticed that might be a little under the hood, and also we might leak a thing or two, kind of like speculation along the way, like we like to do. So anyway, drop a like on the video, sit back, enjoy it. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming. Today, we finally have a brand new Lost Kingdom map, thank the Lord. Or maybe not, we're about to find out. Last time they released a Lost Kingdom map, we made a video just like this one, dissecting the map and letting you guys know about the corner kingdoms of Nightmare. And trust me, there are a couple things in this map you really want to know about. I've been dissecting it for the last, I don't know, hour or so, and I am a bit concerned. Yes, concerned is the word I want to use. Not excited and not amazed, and I'll tell you why through the video. Let's start with one important thing you should look at, which is up ahead above me, the map. We're gonna focus a little bit on that map as well as on talking and going through the whole map, but keep your eyes always at the top area as well to know which part of the map we're at, because it's important to understand the layout. The first thing we're gonna look at really is how they took care of the corner kingdoms in the probably most obvious way on Earth. In last KVK, you had corner kingdoms and center kingdoms, which was really weird because corner kingdoms got screwed. Now, everybody is a corner kingdom except you have the left side or the right side of the corner. And so, you know, you can go like that, and then you have, I don't know, that side, and then that side, kind of. Something like that. But you get the point. You have kingdoms, 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 and kingdoms. And when we look at one of these zones, we have a bunch of passes and also a pass between the two. Interesting. Or is it? So there is one more thing you should know about KVK before we dive into the first zone. This new Lost Kingdom will have predetermined sides. It will be either sun or moon. How the teams will be determined, I am not 100% sure. On the one hand, I remember that you can request for people to be your allies, and essentially you can create the two teams. On the other hand, a lot of people are saying that there is a potential that Lilith will set up the teams. I don't know. I haven't honestly taken a deep enough look at KVK, the new Lost Kingdom, to figure that one out. But we will be covering the first round of these through a farm account, which has migrated to Kingdom 279. They were very kind to house us, and we're going to go through this event together with them. Now, the first zone is kind of the same exact kind of zone we had previously. You have 4 Crusader camps, which are pretty much the same thing. And you have the Ruined Crusader Fortress. However, the Ruined Crusader Fortress has a little addition. That addition is this right here. I apologize for the... You'll be hearing quite a bit because to zoom in and out, I gotta click. But anyway, what you're seeing is a Crusader Fortress that is a Moon Crusader Fortress. You also have a moon here, Lilith. What's the tooltip? Where is it at? Please, fix. So this is a Moon Crusader Fortress. Interesting. Does this mean that the other side of the corner is a sun? It is. That's awesome. It means that every corner has a sun and moon. Makes sense, right? But then we take a quick peek and see that every corner has passes in between it. Interesting. There's only one problem with these passes. I was getting very excited to think that we start off with 4 1v1s and go from there. But turns out that these are not level 4 passes. These are not level 4 passes. These are level 9 passes. And if Lilith keep up with the same methodology that they've gone through KVK, through Lost Kingdom up to now. The first pass is actually going to be a level 4 pass. And those passes are actually these ones right here. By the way, another little thing Lilith to fix is please all the Chinese in here. I'm not saying anything bad about Chinese, but obviously it's just lack of translation. That will come with time, but still. So level 4 passes open up first. And therefore, if we are looking at this zone, and these level 4 passes open first, it means that this zone goes out to here first. Okay, if that's the case, where are these guys going? And what are they? Well, they're going to the same zone. So is the 1v1 gonna happen here? Nope. One of the things that I am not very happy with is the fact that if you take a look at how it's laid out, you're gonna notice that this is a moon ruined Crusader fortress, and this one, oh, we jumped to Kingdom 296. Shout out to Kingdom 296. We accidentally got in there. Come on, map. This one is also moon. So the layout of the map right now is set up that this is moon, this is sun, this is moon, this is sun, and the first thing you do is to meet out here. So wait a second. There is not gonna be 1v1s. Where's the level 5 pass? And what? Either this is a bug, or it probably is a bug, isn't it? A Huron of Steel, and then you have what? 2 Hurons on each side, and that's that. Where is the altar? There are no altars anymore. 2 Hurons. That's definitely a bug. That has to be. That has to be. This should be an altar. Lilith, I think. So here's the thing. You ask me, well, there's 3 here and 3 there. Okay, so maybe there's not. Maybe it's 6 That's weird. So you have 3 Hurons on each side for each kingdom, essentially. Okay, no altar anymore? Sure. But where is the level 5 pass, right? That's what you're asking. Where is the level 5 pass? Well, there is no more ancient ruins in the first zone. It's actually the level 5 pass. The ancient ruin, well, the ancient ruins, this would be the ancient ruins. The ancient ruins are actually a small zone where the level 5 passes exist. And it gets even better. These level 5 passes can actually be occupied by anyone, any contestant at any time, which means essentially you have 2 level 5 passes, 2 level 5 passes, and then you're setting up for a 2v2 or a 4v2. How do you set this up? So one of my biggest beefs with the last map is that it was too sandbox. There is no A, B, C, D. There's a timeline in which passes open up and more of the map opens up. But once the map opens up, the more it opens up, the more anything can be done on the map. For example, once passes 4 open up, people can get locked into their zone 4. Once level zone 6 is open up, then people can take over the whole map, and so forth and so on. And now in this new mode, there is going to be a 2, 2, 2, and 2 situation where both teams have both sides to pick where they want to go. And we saw what happened last time with the level 5 passes. If Lilith, and Lilith, this is to you guys, because I know you're watching this. If Lilith maintained the mechanic where you can keep hitting the pass with a 1 trooper and healing it like Lost Kingdom 141 did, you can essentially create a deadlock situation. Why? Because these guys and these guys decide they want to 4v2 these guys. And they know this. So the first thing they're going to do is they're going to ensure that they don't go in here, and that they don't go in here, and these guys don't go in here. They push for this and for that, and they keep gate locking these passes. And essentially, if these passes are gate locked and these passes are gate locked, these guys are screwed. And even worse, these guys are done for. And so what can the folks on this side of the map do? All they can do is gatekeep their own passes, because, or else they're gonna get hit 4 times, or even worse. They can gatekeep one side and fight the other side, but what happens if they don't pay attention to the top side? Now they're being 4v2'd. There is too much possibilities for individuals and exploits to cause a negative experience to other people, as well as to the whole Lost Kingdom. There has to be a better way for there to be a set of things that happen which are fair for everyone, and cause a situation where the experience of the event is equal for everybody, no matter what. And I don't mean that it needs to be equal all the way to here, but I do mean that anyone who makes it to this zone has to have the same exact experience as everybody else in these zones. Anyone who makes it in has to have the same type of experience as the rest. There shouldn't be a situation where the game mechanics allow exploits to essentially deadlock a Lost Kingdom. Listen, very easy. It's very easy. All you gotta do is give up on these, set up a bot, which people have done, so I'm not telling you anything that's not already being done, and just never let these open up. You give up on the ancient ruins, it kind of sucks, but you can essentially make it to the next zone for free. There is a real possibility for 2 kingdoms to say, all we want is hunt barbarians, get our honor points, gather, and we will make it all the way to the center pretty much without fighting. How? Set up bots and gatekeep the zone 5. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, if you take a look, zone 6 is not open to 2 different zone 5s. So zone 6 essentially only opens up to the zone 5. And then again, there is a connection between zones 6. So realistically, you can very easily get to zone 6 and never meet a single person. And you can even go as far as getting here without doing anything, just gatekeeping your passes. So my opinion is, Lilith, you guys have to pick one of the two. You either maintain your pass method, your pass, the way your passes work with the whole healing thing, and that means that essentially you're opening doors for people to use exploits to ruin someone else's experience. Or there has to be a way to essentially make it so that these passes are not protected, which means an easy fix would be that passes that are cross passes, like these ones, are not defended by barbarians, which means they're available. One troop and you have it. And that way, there is no way to gatekeep. That's, in my opinion, the best solution for you guys. Only the level passes, the passes that are cross-sectional, like these ones and these ones, should not have barbarians in them. They should be instantly available to pick up. And that way, you cause a situation in which everybody's experience is equal. Because there won't be a capability for someone to use a potential mechanic of the game and a small exploit to harm someone else. But I rambled about this for a little bit too long. Let's continue looking at the map. So from the zone 5s, obviously our next move is going into zone 6 with the level 6 passes. Once these level 6 passes open up, we have access to what is the zone 6, like in the regular KVK. An interesting thing is, though, I'm seeing 37s in zone 6 and 38s, much more than we saw previously, which goes to show that you don't have to make it to the center to get like the big quantity of barbarians, of the top barbarians for honor points. In zone 6, you can already fight for them pretty well. You could do that in the past as well. Zone 6s had level 36 barbarians, but they were not the predominant level of barbarians in that zone. These in here, they are definitely, you can see just by looking at here really quickly, I'm seeing a good amount of levels 36 plus that are good. However, again, I don't really understand why to waste spawn counts on lower level barbarians, because what's gonna end up happening is, unless there is a cap on each level, these barbarians will most likely never get hunted. In this zone, everybody's gonna focus 36 plus. And so if there is a cap, cool, it means that most of the cap is not being used. But if there's a situation where I can hunt a level 36 and out of that level 36 a 29 will spawn, you could see a situation in which there's no more level 36 pluses. You have to hunt the smaller ones to get more to spawn. That's an interesting thing we should keep an eye on. But other than that, zone 6 looks pretty much the same. And here we have the circles. All is good in the world. It's weird that the circles themselves also, in every other building really, has a designation, which I'm a bit confused about, because in theory, these guys right here who are sun can crash through, and if they crash through well enough, go through here. And then is this essentially a moon building that the sun team conquered? Is there going to be a thing where if you conquer another team's buildings, it'll give you better stats or more points or something like that? We're gonna have to keep an eye on that, because if there is no meaning to these, then why do they exist? On the outside layer, I can understand, but on the inner layers, I really don't get why there is a sun and moon, unless, again, if you occupy someone else's building, then the other team's building, then it's essentially better for you. Finally, we have level 8 passes, just kind of like the same stuff. And then in here, the big boy, Mr. Great Ziggurat. And nothing really seems to have changed too much in the buildings. I think the buildings are pretty much the same. But what did change are the layouts of things. So the one thing that does really scare me, quite frankly, is the amount of passes to this zone. Because unless this was by design so that everybody can make it in here, I could see a real possibility where to be able to fight everybody else, you first need to get here. And if that's the case, oh boy. The new map is really cool. I think that Lilith took a lot of our suggestions, and by our, I don't mean mine. I mean everyone's. A lot of us, content creators, non-content creators, Discord members, Facebook followers, Twitter followers, Instagram followers, all gave these amounts of feedback, and it looks like Lilith worked a better map. My opinion is that this map is indeed better. It is indeed better. The first confrontation you have is not in an unfair scenario like you had before between corner kingdoms and non-corner kingdoms. There's also no option for you to choose, essentially, which previously center kingdoms had the ability to pick, go up, go down, or both. Corner kingdoms had no choice. They had to go out. So I'm glad that that's over. I think that if Lilith changed the mechanics to ensure that no exploits can be used, then what we're going to see is most likely 2v2s in fights. And if anyone wants to try to 2v4, it would demand of them to be able to, if this team decides to 2v4 these guys with their friends at the top, it would demand out of the teams at the top and at the bottom to gatekeep this as much as they can. Now, another interesting situation that could happen is that there will be 2v2s, but instead of being a 2v2 like these guys and these guys, what could happen is one team, which is a stronger team from the bottom, and one kingdom from the top go to fight these guys, while the other kingdoms gate lock the passes for these guys to make it out. There's a lot of things that can happen in this map, and we're gonna have to see it being played out. I'm happy that the first layer has been fixed, but I'm still not 100% convinced that the second layer is now good. And I hope Lilith take my advice to just for the passes that are cross passes, eliminate the barbarians holding the pass, or eliminate the ability for them to heal. Either one. I feel like eliminating the barbarians out of there will be probably an easier, quicker fix, because I know, Lilith, you guys want a quick fix, and that's a quick fix. And honestly, if that's the case and people can get through, then there'll also be a very big need of getting these fast, or else this guy can catch this and catch that too and pick up first occupation rewards. So it actually will force people to focus on more things, more cross. So that's a small tip for Lilith. I know you guys are watching. That's what my suggestion is. I want to know what all of you think, and I would really like you guys to let me know in the comments down below the cons and pros you see about this map. What are you excited the most about this map, as well as anything you think should change still, not map-wise, but also event-wise for Lost Kingdom. We don't know yet how this is going to work out, and on this channel, we're going to be in battle on here, ready to go to show you guys how everything works out as it happens. We already have a fantastic kingdom that has accepted us with a very strong background, and hopefully we'll get to see some fun action in their Lost Kingdom. Anyway, I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. Discord is down in the description. You have questions, comments, anything. That's where you can find me always. And I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. Enjoy your week and take care. Peace.